If you understand this one concept, you not only will become a winner and become successful, but you'll be a champion and live a life greater than you could have ever possibly imagined. This is something that took me years to learn and understand, but once I did, things started coming in such positive waves for me in my business, my promotions, and my own personal life ambitions as an athlete. This is the concept of, if it works out, good. If it doesn't, even better. When we go through life, it's important to have the right filter and frame on every single experience that we come across. A lot of times we put all of our chips into a certain experience and we think it's going to go a certain way, and then it doesn't. And we sit around and we wonder, why did that happen? Or why do these things happen to me? Or why does this always happen to me? What we have to understand is that there is no such thing as a mistake. There is no such thing as a failure. There are only lessons. I learned this very deeply and applied this after a year ago when I came 4th place at Strongman Nationals. I missed the podium by half of a point. Despite winning 3 of 5 events, I came in 4th place. I was heartbroken. But what I applied from this concept was, you know what? This is an opportunity to understand that every little detail counts. Doesn't matter how good I did. Doesn't matter if I'm one of the strongest people there. Because I made a mistake on the sandbags, I was 7 seconds short of winning a national title. So I applied this to my training. I made sure I was picking these bags up faster. I made sure my technique was better so I wouldn't bobble it in the same way. I made sure that I trained my foot speed so I could move faster. I made sure that I was paying attention to all the little details and all these little technical aspects of my sport so that I could improve and do better next time. This is what allowed me to win the official Strongman Games Regional in the Southeast last year, and then go on to become a World's Strongest Man finalist in the 80 kilo weight class division. These are things for myself that I still am in awe that I was able to achieve it. But the reality is, I'm no different than anybody else. I just learned from my mistakes. I applied myself because I had these lessons. Earlier in the year, last year, I botched a weight cut. I cut too much weight the wrong way too quickly, and it completely drained my energy, and I once again finished in a pretty poor place at South Carolina's Strongest Man. I was upset because it was a higher level show. It was a Strongman Corporation Regional, but once again I said, I made a mistake. I'm never going to do that again. Since then, that water cut, weight cut process has been smooth. I've nailed it every time, and I felt great on competition day. This has given me a competitive advantage because I took my hits, I took my blows, I figured out you cannot do this and expect to be at your very best. Had I just won nationals, or had I just won South Carolina's last year, then I could just coast on that. I'd be proud of my achievement and I wouldn't feel the same drive to learn and improve in the same way that I did after those lessons. In my own promotions, I've had a lot of mistakes and things along the way that I've had to learn from when things didn't go the way that I wanted them to. One thing you may not know about me is that in 2020, I ran the first and the last ever live powerlifting meet on ESPN. This was the Julius Maddox 800-pound bench press attempt. I can talk in detail about that at another time, but I was at that point part of something gigantic. I thought that this was going to be the thing that leapfrogged me into a whole different route and avenue in my life. Instead, that was a top to bottom disaster. That was horrible. I've never been so ashamed and so humiliated in my entire life. It took me a long time to mentally recover from that. I did not quite understand yet that greater things awaited me. What that actually did was teach me a whole bunch of different things. It forced me to fortify myself and my beliefs and my capabilities as an individual. There's too many things going on, too many cooks in the kitchen. It's a whole different story, but I learned. Had I understood this concept at the time, I could have achieved bigger status in my business a lot faster. It's now been about 5 years since that. And while I regret nothing because I had to walk that path to learn my journey, that's an event that I look back on as one of the most important moments of my entire life. So when I understand it from this bigger lens, that actually was one of the best things that ever could have happened for me, it no longer is the most humiliating moment of my life. It's now maybe the most important. Had a fork in the road. It was a pretty drastic shift where I thought I was going this way, and I, because of that, had to go that way. So you have to remember, when you expect things to go a certain way, if it happens, good. If it doesn't, even better. What is this setting you up for? You didn't get that promotion that you wanted? Why not? Are you not capable of that? Are you not the right fit? Are you supposed to go somewhere else in your career? Did you not hit that PR that you've been training for? Why not? Were you not prepared? Do you need to work on other aspects of your game that are going to elevate you beyond a 5-pound PR? If you work on this area, actually you could get a 30-pound PR. There's all these questions we need to ask ourselves when things don't go the way that we wanted them to understand why, to learn this lesson, and then move forward, understanding that when we apply ourselves and learn these lessons, better things await. With this mindset, it's impossible to lose, and you're setting yourself up to climb some big mountains of achievement. So when things get tough, things don't go the way that you wanted them to, remember these words. If it works out, good. If it doesn't, even better. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you liked it, would love it if you gave me a like down below. Please subscribe to the channel. But if not, I appreciate you watching. Stay strong. Have a championship day.